Llegamos a ustedes a través de Metal Live Colombia en la recta final de lo que va a ser este super evento, el Premonition Fest 2, este sábado 30 de septiembre en Ace of Spades. Hemos tenido en nuestras pantallas y en nuestros medios a todas las bandas del cartel increíbles. Todas estamos ansiosos de verles en acción. Y acá en Metal Live Colombia, medio oficial de Premonition Fest, pues tenemos el gusto y el honor de contar con esta leyenda del death metal desde Nueva York. Se trata de Malignancy. Quiero saludar hoy a Ron Kachnic. Ron, how are you, man?
Awesome. How's everybody in Colombia? I love everybody out there.
We are great, man. Thank you for taking this interview.
Awesome.
Okay, you guys have been here like a couple of times before. Do you have any memories from Colombia that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, we played Colombia 3 times. One of the coolest times we played Armenia, and we played Death Fest in Armenia, and with Putrepile, and just to see a line of death metal fans down the street for underground brutal death metal. It was like old school New York scene. It was really beautiful to see that. It made you feel good to play guitar, for death metal, and you see how many fans really like the brutal stuff.
Cool, yeah, we really like the brutal stuff here.
Also, going to Blasting Records and meeting Daniel Paz from Amputated Genitals. He did so much for Malignancy, brought us over a couple times, and we love him. And played the Ace of Spades and had such a great show there last time with Vomitory, and who else played? Amputated Genitals also played that fest. It was a Bogota Death Grind Fest. It was an amazing time. I always have great memories in Bogota, Colombia.
Cool, man. Looking back, it's hard to believe you guys have been around for 30 years, living the rise of New York death metal. How do you feel looking back a little bit?
It's I gotta tell you, sometimes I can't believe it's been that long. It seems like it always seems new and fresh, so nowadays it's a little different, because I see a lot, but doing it for this long, I love that I was around to see it all. I wasn't in the first generation death metal scene, but the second generation, we were right there. It was us, Dying Fetus, Cephalic, Skinless, Deadened, Mortal Decay. The list goes on. Ton. There was so many good bands. Pyrexia. There was just so many good bands at one time. And we're all friends. And we're still all friends to this day. It's really, really cool. We're friends with Suffocation, Immolation, all of the bands that we love. It's really fun. Really
sure. Fun. It's been a long time since Eugenics. It's such a big gap between albums, and what is happening right now with the process of the new album. I heard that Danny was talking like a couple of years ago that you guys were planning a new full length. What is going on today?
Oh, it's the full length is recorded, it's mixed, it's mastered, it's ready to go. The artwork is done, everything's ready. It's just in the business of the record label and our music lawyer, just to make sure everything's straight before the deal goes down. But it's going to be with Willow Tip Records. We love them, and they love us. So they told us it's going to be too late to get it out for 23, so it'll be the beginning of 24. Hopefully this album comes out.
That's big news, man.
Yeah. It's not, we got to still sign. They still got to sign, and we got to sign, but it's going to happen.
So we can expect new material playing live this Saturday?
No, we're not going to play it live yet. Only because we would have to rehearse for probably 2 weeks with Mike Heller, from him always being in Los Angeles and us being in New York. And that material hasn't been played for anybody yet. So it's top secret. But it's really, it's to me, I think we wrote it like 4 years ago. And we wrote it quick. It came together in like maybe 4 to 6 months. But then it took a while, and then COVID happened, and we reworked some of the songs and stretched them. But I really like how it came out. We went with a different we went with a different person to mix it this time. His name is Lasse Lamert, and he does a lot of stuff. He did Skeletal Remains before. He does Hailstorm, the pirate metal band. So he does some wild big stuff. He also does stuff for Fear Factory, and he did stuff for Mike for Raven. So we love how the sound came out for this album. The drums and the guitars, and just the mix of the bass and the vocals all together just really sound the best for Malignancy ever we had so far. So I can't wait for everybody to hear it. And it's got a lot of little, even though it's all super technical, it's got a lot of headbanging. So I get to see everybody do a little more grooving this time.
Great, man. Intrigues me that you guys choose a new person for the engineering of the new album, because things seem to be really great with Elliot Geller mixing and doing the stuff behind the glass, you know. I think Eugenics sounds great, Malignant Future sounds great. I probably would have tracked the guitars with him and let him engineer, but his studio was out of commission at the time. You know, he got married, and he's now getting back into doing stuff, but at the time he wasn't doing it, and I had to track it during COVID, so I had to find somebody. I did it by myself first, and then I redid the album again to get it tighter at once things lightened up at my buddy Tom's studio. And the way this guy mixes, and also we built guitar sounds, STL Tone Hub. You could buy Malignancy tones through Lasse Lamert, German boutique edition, and you could buy his tones, and 2 of his tones are Malignancy A and Malignancy B. So he built tones for the album, and it just sounds so rad that I got to play with my own tones to record the album direct. It was just amazing, you know. Instead of always plugging into a million cabinets and, you know, worrying if the mic moved, you know, it was really a different experience for me. Cool, man. Sounds fantastic.
I'm excited for everybody to hear it.
I can't wait, man. Eugenics set a new standard for you guys. I mean, it's cleaner. The songs are longer. You guys step into a concept album that I think it's a brave choice to step out of the average gore topics and stuff. Mm-hmm. How would you compare this new material with Eugenics and obviously the first material from Malignancy?
This is definitely in the direction of Eugenics and further. If you heard the Malignant Future EP that we put out, that's the continuation of Eugenics, and this new album is the ending of Eugenics. It's cool. Almost a complete continuation.
That's great, man.
It's going to tell the whole story, and Danny Nelson, his lyrics are amazing on this album, and his vocal, his choice of vocal patterns, and you could actually you could hear what he's saying in parts instead of just being indistinguishable. You could, you know, he has his own little vibe, and it's still total Malignancy, but you could almost sing along to a few parts once you know the words. It's pretty cool. It's cool, man. To see him do that, you know, go out of the box. Because that's why not. That's why we evolve. You know, as humans, you evolve as a musician. So it was cool to see him do a different take on his own vocals. You know, it was really cool.
Evolution means for some people like getting software, but that's not the case. I mean, eugenics is fucking brutal, man. I think, I mean, the guitars riffs are insane. The vocals are so rad. Knowing that you guys are taking this path even further makes me really happy, man.
Oh yeah, this one's got some fast stuff. So fast that even in recording it took me a bunch of tries to get it super tight, because it is some nasty drumming on this one. Mike Heller went over the top.
Cool. What I like the most about Malignancy is that balance between really brutal stuff, concept, and not that self-celebration of skills that you obviously have. All in the band has that. That balance is hard to get. I mean, there's a moment when you guys think this is too intricated, this is not going anywhere, or it's easy for you guys to get that balance between brutal and technique.
Sometimes we will change it. We'll play a riff backwards. Sometimes we'll chop it. We'll say no. We want to actually the second and third riff of the song. We're going to take the middle section of each and turn it into a new riff, and then this make it even crazier. So it's like we always think we're making it crazy, even if it gets light for a little bit. But we never want to give you too much, like, of anything. We never give you too much to slam to. We never give you too much to headbang to. It's always what's next. What's next with Malignancy? Where are they gonna go? Where's this riff going? But yeah, I mean, we never have real choruses. We always go to the next riff. That's how we do it. That's our jazzy little way. I grew up I love the prog rock, Rush and Yes. And then when I got into Iron Maiden, I could hear that stuff in Power Slave and them doing all different stuff. And I was like, wow, yeah. Iron Maiden was evolving, from Killers and stuff to that. It gets great then somewhere in time. So that's where I come from. I like all the old stuff, and then more so than coming from listening to death metal first. Death metal. I started listening to death metal once I joined a death metal band. Before that, I didn't listen to death metal. I just listened to the classics, Possessed, the band Death, and Cannibal. That was the only in my selection at the house that was death metal until I really joined death metal band, and then everybody gave me everything, and I was like, wow, look at all this good stuff. Gore Guts, Cryptopsy, Old Suffocation. I only knew the latest.
Atheist. Maybe.
Atheist, yeah.
No.
Oh man, all the good stuff. Oh man, Gorefest.
That's fucking rad. I love Gorefest with all my heart. Soul Survivor, all that stuff. Just one of my favorite things ever.
Awesome.
Okay, man. You guys re-recorded your first album like 10 years ago, and maybe more. 14 years ago. So where this idea came up, man? I mean, some people think classic must remain classic, and touching that is like a sacred thing. Classic album will be always.
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
We can't find the masters of the original Intrauterine to remake any besides the CD. You could make a vinyl off the CD, but we wanted to remix or just have the masters so we could, not re-record it, but make it bring it up a little bit in volume, because we thought it was a little low. But that's the real reason. There's been a lot of members of the band. We're not going to mention who can't find it or what, but it's just that's one of the main reasons. And then we always wanted to we always wanted to actually just play some of the parts. We wish we had we played to a metronome back then, but everything was free jazz. We didn't play to clicks or anything. So some of the stuff I felt we could have got tighter at times, even from the classic. But it was just to have fun. Testament did first strike again. First strike deadly again. So I mean, it was just at the time.
Exodus did it too with Bonded Blood.
Yep. Yeah. So it was just to have fun, really, and so we could actually have masters and then get those songs out to people that might not have heard the original.
Yeah, sure. The original always be the original. But
yeah, it's still the best. You can't imitate a guitar sound from them because it was tape. Back then we used tape. It's very warm sounding, like the Beatles and all the old metal albums. And we used tube amps, and we used our own board. We had a 48 channel Soundcraft board. We had our own studio. It was us and Roger from Malignancy and from Mortician. Desmond from also Lig Mortician, who Desmond also plays with us again. He's our backup bass player. So we have our original bass player back as backup when Alex can't make shows now, which is great to have. Such the vibe is really good in the band when you got all good players around you. But yeah, man.
Cool. Time is short, so I got to ask you to invite people. Next Saturday, we're really looking forward to see you guys live again here in Colombia. You guys are always welcome here. And invite all the Malignancy fans to attend the show this Saturday.
Oh, I think there's going to be a great show. Ace of Spades is going to be a lot of high energy. The people are going to come. They're going to want to slam. They're going to want to grind. They're going to go nuts. It's going to be a total death metal extravaganza, death metal party. So to all our fans out there, South America, Colombia, Bogota, Colombia, September 30th, this Saturday, Ace of Spades Club, Premonition Fest 2. Let's do this. I want to see everybody there. It's going to be a big party. So I want to see everybody. This isn't going to be the regular death metal show. This is a Malignancy show. Let's do this.
Ron, thank you very much, man.
Hell yeah.
I love interviewing passionate people like you. I can relate to that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we love the hospitality in Colombia, the people and the food. You guys, it's great culture. Thanks, Fabian.
Thank you very much. See you.
See you guys in the weekend. Peace.
Sure.